Hello everybody, Brad Johnson here, and in this video I'm going to be talking to you about all abilities exist within you. So before I begin this video, just wanted to share this t-shirt that I'm wearing. Okay, this is the Healing Code t-shirt. All right, this is a prototype. So this prototype is what's known as the Rejuvenator theme. All of the healing code cards, all of the healing codes themselves are contained inside this symbol, this seal that's on the shirt. And that what's so special about these shirts is that you have thought form technology at work, which means that you're able to say commands, either thinking them or saying them out loud verbatim, and being able to activate the shirt and being able to amplify it and so forth. So there's a lot of amazing t-shirts and apparel that's going to be available when the site launches. Okay, it's going to be launching on July 25th. Okay, so don't worry, I'll be having updates, putting it on Facebook, on YouTube, once the website is able to roll out shortly beforehand. Okay, so you guys will have a chance to grab these t-shirts and apparel and accessories that will be available on the website. So stay tuned for that. The announcement will be coming very soon. But this is the cool Healing Code t-shirt prototype. Helped to actually heal a lot of my foot when it was injured as well too. And I was able to do like jogging and running when it felt very, very painful. So again, more to come on that very soon. So again, today I will be speaking on the topic of all abilities exist within you. Now, there are times where I bump into people every now and then where they come to me and say, "Hey Brad, I want to have superpowers. Can you teach me how to have these superpowers? I want these superpowers within myself and I want to be able to do them." And I say, nope, because you'll never be able to achieve them with that attitude. Huh? What do you mean? As soon as you say that you want superpowers, you are looking at a tower that is climbing all the way up into the sky that you know is unclimbable, because you have made something so powerful outside of yourself that you feeling that you trying to obtain that is going to be no more different than seeing a mirage in the desert. So what we want to do and be aware of is to get that superpower mentality out of your mind, is to get all of these feelings of extraordinary abilities out of your mind, because you say, "Oh my God, that's amazing. Oh my God, that's incredible. Oh my God, that's phenomenal. There's no way I could possibly do that, but boy, wouldn't it be cool if I could do that?" And you're not going to achieve it because you see something beyond yourself. And as long as you see something beyond yourself, that is not going to be obtainable. So we want to look at all abilities that we have as something that is natural within us all. The ability to communicate telepathically, the ability to perform distance healing. Okay? For example, that's what's happening with the Healing Code cards. Okay? With the Healing Code cards, being able to put that to your body and have spirit work together with you. All right, the Healing Code shirt, same thing. Okay? Now, when I did that, if I in any way said, "Oh, there's no way I could do all this stuff. It's so beyond me. It's so high up in the sky. I could never climb that tower. I wouldn't be able to do any of that stuff. Well, it's a superpower. Would never be able to do that stuff." Right? So what did I do? I built a relationship with spirit. I built a relationship with the Creator. I built a relationship with God. Just like when we come into this world with our mother and our father, we have a rapport, a relationship together with them. We are not constantly in awe of them and saying, "Oh my God, they brought me into this world. My mother brought me through incarnationally to have this body through her, through my father. And they're so beyond me. They're like a tower. that I can never climb. We're not like that. We build a rapport with our mother and father, whether positive or negative, doesn't matter. Nonetheless, we have a relationship, a rapport with those who brought us into the world. Okay? Maybe many of us, maybe some of us were adopted, different story. But nonetheless, right, that is an analogy, that's an example of having a mother and a father bringing you into the world and not being in awe of them. My God, they're so much more superior than me to bring me into the world. Well, when you get older, you'll have somebody and you can do the same, right? That is no more different than feeling like you are being in awe of your heavenly parent, okay? Your heavenly parent is the parent of your soul, the parent of your spirit. By you constantly feeling that you're being in awe of your own parent, you will never be able to bring forward what spirit can bring forward for you. Okay? So with me doing the healing code cards and me doing distant healing on my New Earth Teachings webcasts, okay? Helping people out across the world, being able to do spirit commands, okay? Some people may look at that and saying, that's incredible, that's amazing, that's extraordinary. No, not really. It's a natural ability that I have aligned with because I have built rapport with spirit. I have built rapport with the Most High. I have built rapport with the Creator. I have built rapport with God. I have built rapport with Source in totality. And to me, we are one. Just as Jesus said, the Father and I are one. Right? I am one with the Father is one with me. Let go and let God. It is not I, but the Father that worketh through me. Right? So, when we get into that building of rapport, connecting with spirit, and we help to completely clear out the feeble-based mortality of programming within ourselves, because it's not just mortality, it's feeble mortality, that you are so puny, that you are so tiny, that you can't do anything. There's nothing you can do. There's no way that I can do this. It's impossible for me to do this. That's so beyond me, etc., etc. This is asleep, hypnotic programming that so many of us have, and it does you no benefit whatsoever. So what happens if we start to align with the Most High, when we truly realize that we are a child of the Most High? All of these things come to us. And for us to really have that relationship with the Most High, we need to bring in love, happiness, joy, compassion. We surrender to these things. We fill ourselves with so much love that anything that represents conflict just falls away like ashes with very little effort. And you are getting behind this. You are committing to this. You're making this happen because this is who you are. And when you're in that mentality, all these things that you feel are extraordinary, telepathy, telekinesis, levitation, teleportation, instant manifestation, astral travel, connecting to different dimensions, etc., all of that will be natural, right? Because the only thing that's holding us back is saying, no, I can't do that. It's a superpower. It's so beyond me. It's a tower that's up high in the sky. I can never climb that. And when you say I can't in that way, you're right. You shot yourself down. You are not giving yourself any opportunity of allowing something like that to happen, to come together in your life, because everything's built through relationship. It's not about superpowers. It's not about you having a cape and cowl and feeling that you have all these incredible superpowers because you are putting the superpowers ahead of yourself. You think that those abilities are greater than yourself. What nonsense, right? It's because you're seeing that tower and you can't ever climb that tower. It's impossible. And that's hypnotic programming. Those are belief systems, and they are sabotaging. So, in order for us to move into the idea of understanding that all abilities exist within us, we build rapport. We build rapport with spirit because it is through our spirit that everything happens. It's not through the idea of our own mind, of our own human capabilities, because that is a mortal form. Whereas when you become spirit together with humanity, everything's possible, because this human vessel, this human temple, is created to interface and communicate and express God through it. Why do you think Jesus told us that? Right? Take good care of your bodily temple. Through me exists the Father. The Father and I are one. Right? Jesus also said, all of you are gods, and that you can do what I do and even more. Okay, it's not the idea of thinking that he just had one Christed being on the entire planet. No, there's many Christed beings on the planet. They're all just kept very much nonchalantly in the corners of the earth because they're not blabbing on a YouTube channel. Okay, they're very, very discreet. If you guys read the book, this is my recommended book to read, Life and Teaching of the Masters of the Far East. Okay, it is the most extraordinary book I have ever read. A lot of the concepts I'm pretty much already familiar with, but the way that it is all being laid out, it's incredible. Okay, recommended reading for those of you that want to get involved with what I'm talking about here, with all abilities existing within you, to be a child of the Most High, a son, a daughter of the Most High. So this is all within our grasp. These are all capabilities that you hold, right? The idea that I was able to do distance healing with spirit and help people across the world who I've never met before, and hearing them say, oh my goodness, Brad, what happened is the pain is gone. I feel great relief from what I was battling. Thank you very much. And I say, give it to spirit, right? I'm just working with spirit through me. Spirit's doing the work. Okay? It's the same thing when I was doing the Tumo technique and I was locked inside a freezer truck for 35 minutes wearing a tank top, shorts, and sandals in sub-zero temperatures and was not affected by the cold whatsoever, being able to maintain body temperature. Okay? Now, if I basically said, oh, that's so beyond me, I'd be freezing my butt off inside that truck. They'd be pulling me out and filled with frostbite. But no, I was able to see that I could do this, that I trained for it, that I made it happen, that I just sat smiling and laughing because they got that on camera. I was smiling and laughing on camera because I was so warm. I could feel heat around me even though no heat was present. I was able to maintain my body temperature and just enjoy the experience in sub-zero temperatures while everybody else is in winter coats holding their cameras. So if I felt that that thing was beyond me, if I felt that was a superpower, I wouldn't have been able to do it. Right? This is the nonsense. This is the feeble mortality, the impressions of these belief systems that we create. And that's the whole idea. As long as we are existing in some type of mortal form, in some type of mortal belief, and these trance-based programs, you are never actually ever going to live life. You're only ever going to survive. Even when you have just some belief systems before you, you're not living. You're surviving. It is only when we start to completely clear away all the woes, all the conflicts, all the hardships that we have within ourselves, we forgive them away. We bring them love. We bring them compassion. They're like ashes just falling away because the love within us is so strong. And when we are there, we start living. We're actually just beginning to live. It goes to what Jesus said as well too. Every person is born a second time. Is born a second time through the Spirit because it requires us to be at one with the Spirit. That the first is the idea of the flesh body being born of the mother. The second is of the spirit body being born of the Spirit. And that is the idea where you become born again. And you allow yourself to move into such a deep relationship with God, a deep relationship with the Most High. And now God comes through. And now your thoughts are becoming pure. I want you guys to look at my face right now, okay? Because I can see this in the camera, right? And, when I touch the face, very, very smooth. Well, Brad, is this all because of diet? No, not just the diet, right? This is because every single night before I go to sleep, I see my perfect youthful body inside myself, just smiling back at me. And I am telling that youthful body that it is becoming this body. And I'm on my way for that. Okay, I've been doing it the last couple of nights, and it's already starting to make progress. I've talked about reverse aging before. Okay? Everybody has the capability to do it. If you get on its side, if you make it part of you, if you build rapport with it, relationship with it, work with spirit. It's all it takes. What I am saying here is not for the intellectually minded person to say, "Oh, Brad, are you trying to be superhuman here?" No, I'm just being human. From another person's perception who cannot understand that these abilities are natural, you will appear as a superhuman to them. But you're not. You're just a human. You're a natural human being with a beautiful spirit, with a beautiful infinite soul, and you are working with the Father. You are working with God. You are working with Mother, Father, God. You are working with the Creator. You are working with the Most High. And Spirit works through you because you have built such a rapport through that love and saying, Spirit means everything to me. Spirit is more important to me than my human family. It's more important to me than my friends. More important to me than anything else that the world could possibly offer me. That's the type of mentality that you need. This is why only a certain few people actually walk this path. A lot of people talk about it like their tongue is ready to fall out of their mouth. Very few people actually walk this path. So when I share this video, only a very small amount of you guys are actually going to do this. And I know that. Many of you will talk about it, say, hey, this seems interesting, this seems kind of cool, and I want to get some type of elevator version of this. I want to get a red button on my desk and just press that, and I can go presto changeo. And now I'm there too. No, not going to happen. You got to do the inner work. As soon as I say the inner work, it's like, right? And this is why I try to sweeten it up, where I say inner mending, inner healing, right? Inner stability, working together with yourself in a harmonious way, because it's not the inner work that's the hard part. It's us getting so influenced by all this holographic, hypnotist belief system nonsense that we have experienced on this planet since youth. And we're getting all of that crap out of our system. Because the hard part has been being hypnotized, being caught up in belief systems, being confined with conditions. That was where the misery was. Have you ever been miserable when you're smiling? Have you ever been miserable when you're laughing? When you're having a great time? No. You're having a wonderful time. You're feeling amazing. Well, that's all the inner work is. You're bringing that amazingness into yourself. You are becoming at one with the Most High. And you're clearing out the gunk. The gunk's getting cleared out. It's like a disease. It's a virus inside the body. We got to clean out those viruses. We got to be the white blood cells. Right? And those white blood cells are love, compassion, happiness, joy, forgiveness. And we amplify that into the greatest degrees possible, and we put that into ourselves. Then we truly understand all abilities are within us, no matter what they are. You have to build relationship, build rapport with them. And when you're able to do this, it's because you are standing with Spirit, It's because you have such a beautiful relationship with your heavenly parent. It's because you're walking the Creator's path. As I talked about, the 3 paths: intellectual path, realized path, Creator's path. Okay? I am walking the Creator's path, as I've said before. When you walk the Creator's path, you want to know God. When you're walking the Creator's path, your greatest desire, your greatest intention, your greatest passion, your greatest alignment is to be completely and totally free. Completely and totally free, which means there's nothing about mortality that is inside of you. You now start living as a God self. You start living as a God man, a God woman, which means you're capable of everything. All abilities exist within you. And you have developed a humility. I'm still looking to go there, right? I'm still working on it myself. But this is what I am absolutely passionate about. That is my nature, is to be able to know God and be able to be completely free. And I'm still working on it, and it's going along pretty nicely. So where this is up to you. You guys have to decide what you want to do with your life. This is something that, again, is an invitation, an offering, a sharing, that if you want to walk this path with me, I'm happy to assist, as I always have. So again, do not see these things as superpowers, as things that are beyond you, because nothing is beyond you. Everything is within your grasp. There's a beautiful light being that's before you right now, and she's radiating all this pure loving energy, and the air feels so thick with love that you can possibly think of a negative thought. Guess what? That light being you see still is not as powerful as what you can be. Even though she's radiating beautiful, bright spirit light of love, you can become even greater than she. Because nothing that you have ever experienced has ever been greater than yourself. Because they're catalysts. They're reflections. Which means I can be like that light being and more. I can be even more loving than that light being. Because I've seen an example of what she represents. And now I can match that and go even higher. Because I am capable of everything. The infinite is my playground, and everything, all abilities, exist within me. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll speak to you again in another perspective than now. Take care. Thank you very much for checking out my channel. Below you'll see my links to social media, Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. You can also go to healingcodecards.com, pick up your own Healing Code Cards body deck. And of course, check out my website at newearthteachings.com. Thank you once again, and I'll see you in the next video.